I want to platinum 1000 games so I can put it on my tombstone. I am currently on 361, so I have a couple more years before the carpal tunnel kicks in and my brain starts to rot. So I have a thing with wanting to try and platinum every game in the series, and I set my sights on Call of Duty plats a long time ago. Currently, I have all the PS4 and PS5 platinums besides one, which is Call of Duty Vanguard, which is what we'll be doing today. Because I already have the PS5 platinum, I instantly earn all the multiplayer trophies when I load up the game, and they are for reaching level 55, getting max level with an operator, maxing a gun's level, and joining a clan. I always start my COD campaigns on veteran, because when you finish that first mission on veteran, it feels a lot more rewarding. Before jumping into the campaign, let's talk about the trophies. During the mission, there's always 2 random objectives that we have to complete, which for the most part can be done on veteran, but sometimes they're just too annoying, so I go back and do them on recruit. We also have some cleanup trophies, plus 4 trophies which we get for using a special ability for the characters that we play as. By now you're probably like, oh, this guy's platted this game before, he knows what he's doing, he's platted loads of harder cards. But I died 2 seconds into the game. Bruh. Anyway, our first mission has us capturing Thomas the Tank Engine. But before we do that, we'll get the 2 trophies I spoke about earlier, with the first being for killing the driver of one of the trucks that pulls up next to us, and the next for killing 15 enemies whilst on top of the train. With those out of the way, we capture the train and go to the train yard, which has a submarine that we must take over to gather some valuable intel. But before we take them, we are captured and then the character I play as is killed, so I suppose he's not the main character. I guess you can call that the prologue mission, because we then find out that the premise of the story is about these 4 characters who all have their own missions. Our first mission is with one of the characters called Arthur Kingsley, who is tasked with blowing up the coastal artillery, but our plane gets blown up, so we gotta do some stealthy shit. We then regroup with our squad and pop our first character related trophy for giving 15 commands to allies. We find the artillery to destroy, but it's heavily guarded, so we set a plan to yeet a truck into the minefield. Yo, it's Burnout Paradise! I actually miss Burnout games. What do you guys think about me playing Burnout Paradise? Leave a comment below if you think I should. That game actually looks pretty fire. After charging the base, I throw a smoke down to give us cover and earn a trophy for it. We then destroy the first artillery and make our way to the second one. Whilst going there, we get a grenade thrown at us, and if we throw it back, I'll earn a trophy, which of course I did. But I also killed myself with the same grenade and earned another trophy, and yeah, I meant to do that. Bullshit! After blowing up the final artillery, we are meant to fire off our flare, but it's shooting blanks. So we run to our ally who has the other flare, and luckily this guy has a working one, and we save the day. On to our next mission with the second character, who is called Polina Petrova, who starts off having a nice day till we are bombed and have to escape. We barely manage to run away and fall into a building with a nuke that lands right next to us, but yeah, plot armor and it doesn't explode. We find ourselves some guns and make our way back home, and sadly the motherfuckers get our dad. Is this where our origin story starts? We save our brother who has been captured and help him escape, but whilst doing that we pop the second character related trophy for killing 15 enemies while leaving a crawl space. Whilst helping them escape, there's 2 trophies we can earn. The first is for throwing a Molotov at a half track. I'm actually proud of my aiming skills here. Where's my NBA draft? Anyway, and the next one's for not missing a sniper shot, but luckily I could just spam Molotovs, so this made it kinda easy. Our next mission is for a character called Wade Jackson, who has us flying a plane, which you'll soon see I despise these missions. It is pretty straightforward, we're just tasked with blowing up some boats. But you see, that's where the problem is. What the fuck is this shit? I don't even know how many times I died on this part. I swear if I hear the words keep it tight, watch that tracer fire one more time, I will go insane. And you know what the best part is? After what felt like my 100th attempt, I got to the bottom and forgot to pull up. Oh yeah, to make it even better, there's a trophy for finishing this part without being hit. But we'll come back to that later on recruit. After blowing up the first ship, we earn a trophy for helping 5 allies that are being shot at. We blow up our second ship, which I didn't struggle with like the first, and with that the mission is done. But not just yet. I've got to go back on recruit and get that trophy I missed. This shit is just so dumb. For some reason the last time I played this game, I don't remember this trophy being so annoying. But we got it in the end anyway, and it should be smooth sailing from here, right? Right? Carrying on with Wade, our plane crashes and we're stuck in the jungle, and have to track down our co-pilot. Before we find him though, we get another trophy for using 15 different weapons. And I actually wasn't meant to kill this person for this trophy, so I had to reload my save. and that's because if I find my co-pilot without firing a bullet, I get a trophy. We instantly get ambushed and captured, but are saved and witness our ally turn these dudes into marshmallows. We now follow our allies and pop a trophy for not getting hit by this sneaky sniper. Whilst making some marshmallows of our own, we pop this character's trophy for using his focus ability. After fighting our way through tons of enemies, we get to an airstrip for us to fly another plane. Oh, for fuck's sake. But before doing that, I pop a trophy for scavenging ammo from 15 dead enemies. We get on the plane and thank God I don't have to fly this one again. Back with Polina, this mission has us hunting down a character called Steiner. We get our first mission trophy for defeating 5 enemies without being hit by them. And shortly after, whilst chasing after Steiner, we get an RPG shot directly at us, which kills our brother, but of course we survive. Damn, this girl can't catch a break. Wait, hold up, what are these graphics? Is this PS1? The next part has us stealthing our way through floors of enemies to get to Steiner. And I forgot that you're meant to clear them all out for a trophy, so imagine how excited I was when I got to this part without killing anyone and then realising I had messed up. Well, I suppose we'll have to come back for that trophy later. Carrying on, we have to fight Steiner, but we only have a knife. Wait, this entire fight scene reminds me of that part from The Last of Us. Finally, we get him, and damn, this dude is bold as fuck. Well, now it's time to go back to that dreaded trophy. Well, you know what? I tried this thing 2 times. First time I messed up by thinking I just can't use weapons, and I could melee them if it didn't kill, which obviously you can't. And the second time I read the trophy guide wrong, and I thought I could use grenades to kill them. You'd think that the fact I've done this mission before, I'd remember that I can't do any of these things, but somehow I managed to forget. Anyway, enough faffing around. The third time was lucky, and do you know why? I managed to find a glitch where if you press up on the D-pad, it for some reason glitches the enemy out, making it so you can finish them every time. Here's a trophy, and let's pretend this never happened. I wish I could have actually done this legit, but after spending, 2 hours on it, I just couldn't be bothered. Finally, back to some fun gameplay, with my final character called Lucas Riggs. We have another stealth section now, and damn, I didn't even realise how many missions use the same trophies. So you guessed it, we pop another trophy for going through an area without being detected. We now have to blow up a plane with an RPG, but before doing that I pop the final character trophy for getting 3 kills with 4 types of explosives. Time to blow up the plane, and yeah, I totally did this the first try and didn't miss like 500 rockets. Carrying on with Wade, we get another trophy at the start of the mission for getting ran over by a tank, and by this point I wish that was me. We then have to do a 2v100 to defend some flat guns, whilst I also compete against my teammate who can get the most kills for a trophy, which of course I win. But I'm not sure this trophy is fair when the dude literally dies. With that mission done, we're on to the final one, where we play little parts as all 4 characters. I really enjoyed this mission. We're basically chasing down a character called Freisinger with some cool character changing elements. Shortly after the start, we get a trophy for using our leadership ability to take down a juggernaut. This is the part that I find really cool, that we jump between the 4 main characters doing their own little section. We finally catch Freisinger, and what happens next is pretty crazy, so we better not show it on YouTube. With that done, we get our final mission trophy for not shooting any of our allies. We then get the 2 trophies for completing the story and then completing it on veteran. But wait, there's more. We have to sit and watch the credits for what felt like an eternity for a trophy. Sorry, but what a dumb trophy. Why force us to watch the credits? We're pretty much the campaign done, let's move on to zombies. And although I've done this grind before, it actually went really fast. The main trophies we'll be aiming for is killing 10,000 zombies and for killing 2,500 zombies with a pack-a-punch gun. But whilst I'm working on that, I'll get the faster trophies out of the way, with the first one being for drinking all 5 perks. And shortly after, another for equipping 3 covenants, which are basically just small upgrades like gaining more salvage from zombies. There's also 4 trophies for a different ability, with the first one for using an Aether Shroud 5 times, which makes us invisible to zombies when we are low on health. The second one for meleeing 10 zombies whilst they are frozen. The third for blowing up 10 zombies with an energy mine. And finally, the last one for eliminating 10 zombies whilst I am stood in a ring of fire. The final easy zombie trophy I'll earn is for sacrificing 13 hearts, which is basically what you use to unlock the covenants which I spoke about earlier. Now do you know what? I plan to see how high of a round I could go whilst working on the kill trophies, and I was having a great time until this happened. Yep, that's right, this game couldn't fuck me anymore. I got to round 19 and the game crashes, and I still don't even know if them kills were wasted. I'm not even joking, that made me rage quit straight back to the campaign. There was only 3 trophies I was missing from the campaign. The first one for tactical sprinting through 5 walls. the second one for throwing back 15 grenades, and the third one for killing 15 enemies whilst using blind fire. Sadly, them trophies ended way too fast and it's back to zombies, with the first being for killing 2,500 zombies with a pack-a-punch gun, and the last one for killing 10,000 zombies. I actually had a pretty sweet spot here. I just sat shooting the zombies as they climbed up, and there it is, the platinum, my 362nd. I can't lie, fuck this game. The story was alright, but my experience this time around was just so bad. I feel like the zombies glitch and me messing up on that stealth trophy so many times ruined my experience, and I'm so happy to get this one done. But oh well, we go again. And the next one hopefully is a lot more fun. It's Black Ops 6, so let's just hope. Thank you if you managed to get this far in the video, and I'll see you fudging later.